Good morning. Hello. Well, I have been saying over the past week that, super consciousness, we'll talk about that later. I think today is a good day to introduce that. This week we've been doing the fundamentals and always staying with the same two preparatory breath techniques. Well, one is the tension release and then the counted breath. And next week, we're going to be doing different breath techniques, different preparatory breath techniques. We're going to start introducing visualization and affirmation and all of these really fun, you can think of spices that we spice into the Hong Sa technique. But over the past week, obviously, we have wanted to get familiar with just the basics. So, having said that, the reason why I want to introduce super consciousness today is because next week we're going to focus on, bringing that a little bit more into the expansion phase. So the Hong Sa technique, the mantra, the watching the breath, the watching the spiritual. No, not the watching the spiritual. That's definitely meditation. But the breath technique, the mantra, the finger movement, those are all practicing meditation. Technicality, it's not actually meditation. The expansion phase is meditation. And what I want to, how I want to introduce the expansion phase a little bit further is through this idea of super consciousness. So it's really interesting being a Western yogi because you get these really amazing information way before you could ever understand it. So we get to grow into that. So that's an interesting aspect to come to contextualize the idea of super consciousness. So a lot of us come into meditation because we want to reduce stress, we want to increase clarity, we want to sharpen our concentration. We have these, or regulate our emotions. We have all these different little things. But super consciousness is going to come into the story at some point anyways. So you can think of it as a spiritual concept. You can also just think of it as a higher realm of awareness or consciousness. And we've all had these experiences in our life where we've had, just this really raw and awake sense of either, just knowing or being in the moment, right? Or having this deep connection to our environment, like with nature, or having a soul connection with someone else, or these really like sparked kind of moments. And we've all had them, and that those can be those are representations of super consciousness that just kind of spring that spring forth on their own. So in meditation, we actually try to cultivate the ability to move into those spaces. So luckily, like I said, this is an ancient tradition, and all of these things have been figured out for us. So as the yogis say, there are 8 aspects of super consciousness. So there's love and wisdom and peace and calm and power and light and sound. And I'm missing one. I'll have to think of that. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to have you think about one of these, or not even think about it, just whichever one like kind of jumps out and resonates with you. We're going to use that as our, I wouldn't say focus, but as you're, I'm looking at the 8 aspects. I missed one. Of course I missed that one. It's joy. That's the one I'm working on. So I'm going to say them again. And the one that like kind of resonates with you, the one that jumps out at you. I want you to just place it in your awareness when we move into the expansion phase, right? So you can think about um, what does it feel like to be in love, or what does it feel like to be in that inner peace? But I want you to maybe even move it past that into what does it mean to actually be peace? Like you are peace. Okay. So again, it's joy, peace, calmness, sound, love, wisdom, light, power. Okay. So move into our preparatory breath, tensing and releasing. Right? Double inhales, double exhales. Right? Energizing the body and also relaxing, releasing tension. Last round. Right? Sitting up right, comfortable but alert. Moving into our counted breath. Full exhale, inhaling 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Again, inhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. On your own pace, maybe adjusting the duration, but getting that steady, calm pace. Right? Continue the counted breath. Notice if you've created physical tension in your body. Right? Subtly relax again. And we'll let this be our last round. Right? Relaxing into a soft, easygoing, natural breath. Releasing control of the breath and simply becoming an observer. Right? It really is such a sweet thing to just, and sensual to just enjoy the breath. Right? Even as you observe the breath, right? We sit our gaze in the center of our forehead. And we start to attune to our mantra. Right? Inviting in that vibrational tone of Hong on the inhale and Sa on the exhale. We layer in our finger movement. A slight curl in on the inhale and a softening and release of tension of the finger on the exhale. And we remind ourselves that all of these seemingly challenging and coordinated tasks are light and easy. If we drop one, we just bring it back, right? Soft, gentle ways of bringing us into the moment, observing the breath, and freeing our mind. With every distraction that we bring ourselves back from, we remind ourselves that we're building our meditation muscles. We're building our capacity and our stamina for soft focus. And that even the very activity of redirecting our mind from distraction has immense value. That's not you doing something wrong. That's you doing something right. We'll move into the expansion phase with a soft inhale and 3-part soft exhale. Right, allow the breath to do what it wants. Don't pay attention to it. Right, continue to have that awareness of the third eye, of the prefrontal lobes, and call in that aspect of the super consciousness. Don't think about it or analyze it. Just allow it to be a presence, a remembrance. You know the feeling instinctually. That aspect has been with you before. It's familiar. You just need to recall it. Okay? You can just sit with the joy. You can sit with the enjoyment of that aspect, right? The benefits of that aspect. You can also invite yourself to imagine what it would be to become that. Right? If you're holding on tight to that concept in hope of creating something, just soften your grip. It's already something. Right, we're going to come back, gently bringing yourself back, opening your eyes. Right, moving back into the physical realm, breathing, going back into your senses. And today is Friday, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I also want to say that that means that the next 2 days I'm not live streaming. You should practice. Right? You should practice on your own. Right? So have a wonderful weekend. Namaste.